Well, this morning we're at St George in southern Queensland. We stayed the night at
the Lone River.
the Lone River.
Minor Bridge.
Minor Bridge, a nice camp spot right on the river. And as you can see in the background, the river is behind us as well here. And so it's about an hour's north. So we've just had morning tea, fueled up, and we're ready to keep on going up to Roma. So after Roma, where do we go, Merrin?
We're going to head on to a spot whose name I can't remember, and then to Emerald. We're still going up fairly quickly because we need to be in Cairns, or just south, 2 hours south of Cairns on Monday. So we'll get some more distance north before we slow down a bit, but hopefully we'll stay 2 nights somewhere along the way.
Yeah, and at last the weather's really become nice and sunny.
There's hardly a cloud in the sky today,
and
so
it's a bit warmer.
There's a bit of a cool breeze, but we've got jackets off, and I think it was, what was it?
Maximum 15 yesterday, so we're hoping to break that record.
Yes, and the rain to stop.
After we left St George, we had a fairly long day on the road. We travelled up to Surat and then on into Roma. In Roma, there was a really interesting sculpture exhibition on sculptures in the outback. And these are just some of the scenes that we saw as we wandered around. It was right next to the highway, so it was a good visual spot for visitors to come and have a look at. That's probably our favourite, the cockatoos. But all made of metal and parts thereof. There was no ceramics. It was just, quite interesting contraptions, the way people use different things and parts of cars and flywheels, etc. So and the ibises, the chicken bin chickens, emus, as you can see there. So it was a quite an interesting visit we had there. After we finished lunch in Roma, we then headed back on the road. We were hoping to make it towards Emerald for the night, but in the end we didn't get that far. We went through a town called Injune, which is on screen now, and then we headed up towards Carnarvon Gorge, and we pulled off the road just before then.
Pull in, there's a road off to the side that we took. I'll just show you the road down there, and we decided this is a good enough spot. There was no markings to say private property.
What we didn't realise, it was a very cold spot, minus 1.5 degrees. There was ice on the windscreen. We packed up quickly, got away by about 6:30, 6:45, and then headed north.
We had an early start this morning. It was a very cold night. I think going and get the van warm before we had breakfast. So we found a roadside stop about 30 k's south of Rolleston. And we had nice hot breakfast. I had hot porridge from a sachet, and we had fried eggs on toast, which was very nice.
We refueled at Emerald, which was a big city compared to what we'd been through. Lunch in a lovely park, and then we started again to head north. This time we weren't travelling as far this afternoon. We didn't need to reach Charters Towers, so we were going up to a place called Twin Hill Road, which is a lovely spot. We had it to ourselves. It was just beautiful. So we're just coming in Twin Hill Road now. There was a bit of water around again on the side of the road. However, it was on a lake, had pelicans and swans. It was quite a pretty spot.
Let's have it at the back, out of the wind actually, under the awning. So it works quite well like this. It's going to be a contraption to put away, I know that now. But so we're just going to a lithium battery with a button you press for the water to come out, bucket, and so you've got privacy and everything, so it's pretty good. And I got the water from over there in the lake.
Next morning I put the drone up just to give an aerial shot of where we were camping in the spot we had, so it was just a very nice spot. We just noticed on the side of the road in this part coming into showed us how a lot of wattle trees in flower on the side there. So we're just coming into McCossin Camping Reserve. It's a free camp overnight on the river.
Where am I camping? Next to the table, along from the table? What do you reckon?
Here's perfect.
Pretty level.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to get it.
So we've got our little fireplace out tonight. It's a little folding fireplace. Folds down to about the size of one of the sides. Hardly uses any wood, and yet it's putting out a decent amount of fire. I've just sort of stoked it all up.
Next morning we left McCrossins and headed to Townsville, where we stocked up on some shopping. I went to an Audi there, which is the last one furthest north in Queensland, and then went to Jemina Falls, which is a beautiful little spot about 5-6 k's off the Bruce Highway. Crossed some water crossings, some rock pools that you could swim in. There was a couple of good water crossings to get across. Quite a grassy area as well, in the middle of the rainforest. So yeah, it was very nice. So I guess the solar.
Watching for.
The track itself is really easy to walk on. It's got this rubber base. This is the last bit up to the lookout from the rock pools, where we'll go back and have our lunch.
Next day we went to Ingham and did a walk along the wetlands boardwalk, which was a beautiful spot, lovely and sunny. And we even managed to spot some turtles swimming in the water. You can see them in the red circle there if you look careful, but there are turtles there. Then we went to the markets in the main street. One of the notable features is the cane fields everywhere up here in North Queensland.
we are in Bingle Bay. It's just north of Mission Beach. I think it's probably the pick of the spots here. It's very quiet. There's nobody else we can see. So we came here for lunch. We just made some wraps. We're heading north a little bit further to Etty Bay, which we've been to before. It's one of our favourite beaches.
So we've had a slow trip really the last couple of days.
Yeah. Nice.
Coming up here, went to Jemana Falls for 2 nights, did a lovely walk up there, and then came here to Mission Beach yesterday afternoon and a lovely walk on the beach. And this morning we both did some exercise. I went on a bike ride.
And I went along the Ulysses Link Walk, which is through the rainforest right next to the beach, so that was very nice. The only thing, you can't go in the water here. There's a big warning behind us about crocodiles, not to go near the water, etc., etc. But it does look quite, not inviting, but it does look lovely.
Yeah.